Speaker bro.
Listen on your Amazon Echo device. Alexa, play Rock 102.1 KFMA.
You say it, I'll play it.
You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Let's try it again. Yo, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com on this beautiful Monday, March 13th. The reason why that first wake up was a little off timed is because I just squeezed and smashed my thumb in my chair and my desk again. That's how we kick off the day. Good morning, weirdo.
Good morning.
You look good. You look like you lost some weight.
Yeah, about 10 ounces, about a gallbladder's worth.
Ooh, yeah. So the weirdo had gallbladder surgery on Friday. And she's back here like a trooper, hardcore in the morning on a Monday. I salute you.
Let's go.
It's just another example of women being way tougher than dudes because there's no way. I would probably take 2 weeks off, I mean,
yeah, my husband had his gallbladder out like 3 or 4 weeks ago. I know my family's been through some stuff, but yeah, he took like a week and a half off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how guys are. I mean, but you've had kids, so you're just like, oh, this is nothing. I have things removed from my body all the time. So, for me personally, it'd take a week of physical recovery and then another week of recovery because I'd be mourning the loss of a part of my body. It's a part of me,
Yeah, no, it was causing me some problems, so I yeeted that right out.
Yeah,
we're done.
Woo. Yeah, well, you're hardcore, and it's good to see you this morning because we're starting off a jam-packed week with it's essentially our spring season, March Sadness season. We're going to kick off our first round of our March Sadness emo bracket today. The two bands that are going heads up against each other are My Chemical Romance and Red Jumpsuit Apparatus.
Oh,
yeah. So with that, every vote that gets you to the next round, every vote for a winning band will qualify you for the grand prize, which is a flyaway trip to Las Vegas, hotel and airfare included, and tickets for the When We Were Young Music Festival. So again, all big stuff that's happening today. I said yay twice. That's how excited I am. Also, other listener bait, we got tickets for Beartooth Trivium, your Tucson Roadrunners, and Tim Heidecker. He's hilarious. I'm a huge fan. I am. I just don't know how to say his name. I always read it. It's Heidecker. I'm trying to say it fast. If I say it faster, then people won't realize that I'm messing it up. Either way, I want to say congratulations to our U of A Wildcats who back-to-back Pac-12 champions. We're going to talk to Spears and Ali a little bit later on about everything that went down in Vegas. And then I was out at the Union yesterday while they did their Selection Sunday stuff. And of course the team was there, coach was there, a bunch of diehards were there, and it looks like U of A Wildcats going to be facing off against the Princeton Tigers in the first round. And I actually posted a little clip of what Coach Lloyd said immediately after that announcement, and it's going to be in Sacramento. So all eyes are on the big tournament this entire month. The way we celebrate it is we make emo bands battle it out to sudden death, so.
I didn't even know Princeton had a mascot.
Yeah, Tigers. Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah, and they're super intelligent. Their mascot. I don't know for a fact because I don't follow Princeton too much. But I believe they have like black frame glasses with tape in the middle, right? A little pocket protector. Probably like was that calyx sticking up? Like I'm thinking of
alfalfa.
The most adorable nerdy tiger ever. That's amazing. And in fact, actually, I would get a T-shirt like that. So. Princeton versus U of A. Coach Lloyd said, hey, they're going to be smarter than us. Good thing that doesn't matter in basketball. Let's kick their ass, boys. He didn't say it. He didn't say it, but I know what he was thinking. He's like, let's beat up these nerds. Huh? Straight up. He's Booger from Revenge of the Nerds. I love him. So yeah, that's we're looking good going in the first round. Of course, knock on wood. We'll talk to the sports experts a little bit later and see exactly what that means, how we're looking going into the first round, and of course, if they got into any Las Vegas shenanigans a little bit later on. And then also, of course, last night was the Oscars, so we'll have some takeaway from that.
Yes.
The big winner last night was the film Everything everywhere all at once. You know, they racked up a ton of awards, and they've been doing that all award season. In fact, you know, what did they win this award season? Well, everything, everywhere, and practically all at once. So that's where we're at. It was a bad year for any other movie to go up against that movie. Apparently, that's the only movie that mattered in 2022. All right, let's get going. I know that you got your gallbladder leaking out of your body right now, or the remnants of. We got your morning more on. I got to get these tickets. All right, we're back here live on the podcast broadcast stream. Good morning, everybody. And good morning, Weirdo. And maybe,
Hello.
hopefully, Hotrock will be joining us. We'll see. Justice Spears won't be joining us because he came back from Vegas so late. When I went into the studio to see if they could pop in to talk U of A basketball, which all he did, he was more than happy to. Spears, for the first time ever, I've seen this kid, like mad. He was like agitated, and he just not today, because he got in late from Vegas. The Arizona Daily Star put him up in some hotel that was like way off the strip, and it doesn't seem like his Vegas experience was all that it's cracked up to be. And I can't wait to hear about it.
Yeah.
But I'm giving him a day to recover.
Well, maybe the experience was fantastic. It's the recovery and the afterwards that he's like, no, I can't handle this.
Possibly. Just possibly. We got about a minute 30 before we're going to go on and do the tease. And today, of course, we have a single song takeover. And that's going to be Weirdo's choice today. She's going to give me 3 choices. And then I'll see what we have in there. And then we'll leave it up to some callers to vote on which one is going to be the best. What's the first song that you're hoping to hear?
I put in Dope, Die, MF or Die.
Dope with Die.
MF, Die. Oh, we're not on FM, so yeah, Die, Motherfucker, Die.
Yeah, I don't think I have that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, can you believe they took out Die, Motherfucker, Die?
I
These
know I
guys.
heard that on the station years ago.
I'm sure you did years ago.
Yeah.
But
But for sure, I mean, Slipknot, Psychosocial,
okay,
That's a
I
good
have
one.
that for sure. And what's the
Okay.
other one?
Avenged Sevenfold, Backcountry.
Oh yeah, Backcountry.
Yeah.
Totally still have that. That's an excellent suggestion.
Yeah.
well.
I just want to hit it with something hard today.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to play Flog 'Em Molly's Float if we have that.
Mhm.
Good morning, Chef Gary, because it's St. Patrick's Day
Right.
after all.
Oh, of
So
course.
yeah. And then Wednesday we're gonna play Tiger Cub because we're gonna have the lead singer of Tiger Cub joining us on the podcast broadcast. So we got an exciting week lined up. We're gonna get on the air here in about 20 seconds. And shout out to everyone. What's up, Mike, Anthony, Manny, Todd? Todd, I'll get you in on here.
Yeah. Good morning,
Chef
boys.
Gary, yes. And then we're gonna remind people we on the stream. Yeah. Oh, yes. Metallica and Rock 102.1 KFMA. It's a podcast broadcast live. You can join us youtube.com/beefvegan or at beefvegan on our Facebook page because we got a lot of conversation that we're going to get to on the air and off the air. But first and foremost, it's the 9 o'clock hour. That means we have a single song takeover. And today I pass that responsibility over to Weirdo. And in true female fashion, she gave me multiple choices. So we need your votes to let us know what song we're going to play this hour as a single song takeover between Slipknot, Psychosocial, or Avenged Sevenfold's Backcountry.
Both very hard rocking choices.
Absolutely.
Get you up and moving.
Well, and I love the audio caffeine in the morning. So 600 KFMA, 600-5362. We'll do a quick round of calls to vote for our favorite, and then we'll play that here in a little bit after your TMI Top 5, which is coming up next after Shinedown's Planet Zero. So again, is it Psychosocial or Backcountry? Which song do you want to hear in 9 o'clock hour? Give us a call right now. Let us know. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear.
There
All
we
right. So let's see. And we debuted a new game today. And Todd, I'll have you weigh in on that here in a little bit, called Correct or BS. I'm trying to figure out the best way to set it up. Basically, watching TV over the last month, there's been 2 things I've been watching. One is that show Poker on Netflix, or Poker Face, which show's pretty good, throwback-ish. There's some episodes that aren't good. There's some episodes that are definitely enjoyable, like a whodunit type deal with an interesting spin on it. And basically, the takeaway of that show is the main character has an ability to tell when someone's lying.
Yeah.
And then on Netflix over the weekend, they dropped a new show called Cheater. All right.
Not to be confused with Cheaters
Yeah.
from back in the day.
Yeah, that was a good show too. But Cheater essentially is a trivia show where the contestants get every answer right. And the reason why they get every answer right is they either know it or they press the little red button and we'll give them the answer.
Mhm.
Then it's up to the other contestants to try to call people out saying, no, you don't know that, like a poker face thing, they're given a tell or anything like that. So I came up with a correct or BS where I pre-recorded asking questions to Weirdo. And then when I asked her live on the air, she knows all the answers, and it's up to the listener to try to figure out which one she actually didn't know. And it turned out all right. We'll do it again. Rockwell 2.1, who's this?
It's Matt.
All right, Matt, you might be our deciding vote. So between these two songs, which one do you want to hear? Psychosocial or Backcountry?
Slipknot sucks, man. I'm going with Backcountry.
Interesting.
I actually saw that coming because honestly, I haven't heard Backcountry on the station in far too long, and I was hoping you'd see it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I love it, Matt. Well, you're the deciding vote in my mind, so just get ready for it. It's coming up here soon.
All right, take it easy, B.
All right, you too, brother. All right, so simple as that. I only
All
do
right.
one call. But
Okay.
yeah, and then Manny's saying Backcountry as well. And Psychosocial is a song that still gets played on the station, just usually outside of my time.
Mhm.
So we'll see. And then we did, speaking of voting, we did our first round of the emo bracket,
Yes.
March Sadness. And I don't know who's leading that. I know who's leading the votes based off comments on Facebook and Instagram, and that's MCR all day.
Oh, 100%.
We'll see if the text votes also follow that. So I'll remind people about that here in a little bit. Anything for Nickelback? It's funny you say that, Rick. I actually have Nickelback scheduled to play this hour. So San Quentin is going to be played. It's just before or after Backcountry. That's the hard decision I have today.
Ready to go with the hard decisions.
Yes.
Nickelback before, do we lead it in? Do we ease it in with some Nickelback, or do we put that exclamation point?
Tough call.
Mm.
I know. It's super tough. So we'll find out here. But yeah, I think I would go Backcountry into Nickelback. I think that's a good, they're both basically the same genre. It's basically the same band.
Really?
All right.
You're going to have to explain that one to me.
I'm going to have to try to pull something out of my ass to be able to explain that. No, I guarantee you that Avenged Sevenfold would love half the success that Nickelback has had during their career. That's true. That's fact. That is a fact.
Well, considering it was last week we figured out that Avenged Sevenfold hasn't released a new album since 2016.
Yeah, they're basically Guns N' Roses right now. I think they're overthinking it in the studio. Welcome back, by the way, Rock 102.1 KFMA. It looks like Avenged Sevenfold's Backcountry is going to be our single song takeover today. So thank you, Matt, for being the decided vote on that, and all of our streamers at youtube.com/beefvegan. But yeah, as I was saying to Weirdo, I was like, Avenged Sevenfold wishes they had half the success of Nickelback, and you bring that up. I keep reading about Avenged Sevenfold saying, no, the album's coming, and then one excuse after another.
Right.
And I really do believe that it might be one of those situations, and artists tend to get themselves in trouble when doing this from time to time, is overthinking it and continuing to add to it. And Chinese Democracy is the perfect example of that, because Axl Rose essentially promised us this great album for damn near 20 years. And when it finally came out after he was done effing with it, it was straight up garbage.
Yeah, but they are teasing that something's going to be released tonight at midnight. They put a timer. Right, they put a timer on their website. They're not saying what it is, but the countdown ends tonight. So they are teasing for something. So we shall see.
All right. Well, I guarantee you it will be a single, if anything, or another concert date announcement. But it seems like it'd be more of a single. So I know they're on the road. They're touring hard, and hopefully we'll get to see them in Arizona sometime soon. Right. Let's get into your TMI top 5. Here's our first headline. A woman tweeted out a photo of Easter marshmallows from Aldi.
I was going to bring this up.
Oh, yeah, sure you would. I wonder why. Well, because it quickly went viral when she tweeted this out, because they're supposed to be shaped like bunnies and chicks. But she saw something different, something phallic, and I'm gonna show the picture here.
I also shared it with you. I had it queued up, ready to go.
Of course you did. All right, so let's see. Okay, so yes, looking at it, it looks like a D&B. Right? And not talking about Dave and Buster's, okay? So yes, it's supposed to be a bunny. Instead, it totally looks like the full package.
Yes.
Now, she tweeted this out, it went viral. Aldi sees nothing but penis, and so does Aldi. I mean, the woman sees nothing but penis, and so did Aldi. They responded that we can't even defend this one.
Yeah, right.
That
They're
was-
like, my bad. We're going to go ahead and recall these real quick. Pull them off.
Right.
I was like, do we have an Aldi's nearby? Because I need to go get a bag of marshmallows.
Uh-huh. And they're like, but you should try them. They are tasty and they melt in your mouth. All right. In other headlines here in your TMI top 5, let me get that picture of the D off the screen real quick. All right. Marshmallow D. It's the best. A man is trying to kill the stigma around MSG by opening up a Chinese restaurant where everything contains it.
Oh.
Yes,
Okay.
everything, even the cocktails. He says that Asians are unfairly shamed over MSG because no one really cares about it being American stuff like Campbell's chicken noodle soup, Chick-fil-A, or Doritos.
Correct. They all have the same ingredients as MSG.
Right, but it's the Asian food that we always associate. And they're the ones that Chinese restaurants always have to put up the sign saying no MSG.
Correct.
But apparently this guy's like, hey, it's not that bad, and you're being racist. So,
Yeah. Well, MSG, it's just sweet and salty, sweet and savory.
all right. Well, we'll see. All right. And other headlines here. A new study found America's collective IQ may be dropping for the first time in nearly a century. It normally goes up about 3 points per decade. We did essentially a speed break on this earlier today. Is it surprising to anyone? We've been making this idiocracy joke now for a couple decades, but now it's actually coming true.
Yes.
So who do you think besides TikTok is the main culprit for society getting dumber for the first time in over a century now that we do have the access to all the world's information on our telephones?
Yeah, but having all that access to that information already being posted, but there's always the access to posting it yourself and just making crap up.
Right.
And it just spreads so fast.
Yeah.
So I would say the whole entire internet.
I was hoping for a simpler answer, like just remove the porn from the internet and then maybe we'll start reading and learning again. But that's a personal problem and it's probably not an issue with everyone else. All right. And finally, there is a TikTok trend, speaking of getting dumber, new TikTok trend of eating ice cream stuffed fruit roll-ups.
Oh.
Yeah. And the most surprising thing is how the ice cream almost immediately freezes the fruit roll-up to make it crunchy. I'll have a video of that I don't even want to look at, to be honest.
Yeah, no, my teeth hurt.
Yeah.
No.
And well, you know.
Was it the last trend last week, just eating oranges in a shower?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
How far we have fallen.
It's a slippery slope from being healthy in the shower to being fat on the couch.
Yeah.
And that's what just happened within a TikTok minute. All right, there's your TMI top 5. We're keeping the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. Be back with tickets for your Tucson Roadrunners. Plus, we're going to play our single song takeover today. It's Avenged Sevenfold's Backcountry. That's coming up next. Clear. Yeah, we went from eating oranges to eating ice cream fruit roll.
Yeah.
Right? And all I want is a marshmallow now. Is that weird?
Yeah, no, not at all. No, just very telling.
Yeah, Dre's like, I blame your show. I'm sure we didn't help. And I'm
Oh,
honestly,
absolutely not.
I tried to make this theory of this argument in previous job interviews, trying to get a job like this. And I've said this to several different radio stations and they didn't figure it out. But now I'm showing it in real time. And here's the theory. I call it the Kelso theory, and you might have heard it before. But there's a legitimate study. There's been several legitimate studies from Ivy League institutions that show that the smarter you are, the less friends you have. So the smarter you are, the less people like you, right?
Mm-hmm.
That has been proven by science. And I believe that the opposite is also true. The dumber you are, the more people like you. And that's the Kelso theory. So if you think of any popular sitcoms and that aspect, who's the most popular character of the show, it's usually the dumb ditzy one.
Yes.
Right. And that it goes all the way back. It's generational. It's just basically a cliche at this point. And so my theory going into these radio stations is I'm very likable because I'm so stupid. Right. I'm like, hey, look at me. Like, you know, I'm not so intelligent to where people are like, oh, fuck that arrogant dick. Right.
Yeah.
It's Mr. Know-it-all. Nobody likes a know-it-all. I'm, classically clueless, and that could be charismatic. So it's a theory. It's a dumb man's theory. But you know, if you've been following along, things are working out pretty good.
I think so.
So
I mean, you've tripled the listenership.
Yes,
in a year.
Right.
So
well, not with smart content. No. I stayed away from that. Cast a wide net. All right. Earlier this morning, I debuted a new game. You got to check it out. Went a little something like this. Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Figure Presents. Hey, Weirdo.
What's
I
up?
want to play a game.
Yay.
All right, so here's the deal. It's correct or BS. And on the phone, on line 1, we got Anthony. Good morning, Anthony.
Hey, good morning.
All right, so tickets on the line for that, a Beartooth and Trivium up at the Marquee Theater. So we have that going on. This game is a little different. It's inspired by the television show Cheaters. Okay, so I pre-recorded asking Weirdo 5 questions, Anthony. Okay, and she gave me answers to all of them that she knew, but she didn't know 2 of them. Okay, now I'm going to ask these questions again. She's going to answer it correctly. I'm going to give you the opportunity, if you feel like she might not know the answer, to ask a follow-up question. Then based off of that, you basically let me know if she got it correct the first time or she's BSing. Okay, so correct or BS is the name of the game today. I might change it again after I don't know, smoke some weed on it. But, all right, so here's our first. We're going to ask Weirdo. Weirdo, who played the character of Jack Dawson in the movie Titanic?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
All right, Anthony, go ahead and ask a follow-up question if you have one.
I'm just going to go ahead and say that one was correct. Everybody should know that.
You're absolutely right. That's correct. So 1 point there. Again, you're looking for the 2 that she did not know. Here is the next question. Weirdo, which TV series features characters named Sheldon, Penny, and Leonard?
The Big Bang Theory.
Okay. Anthony, correct or BS?
That one would also be correct.
That is correct.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Here's our next one. Who directed the movie Jaws, Weirdo?
Steven Spielberg.
All right, Anthony. Correct or BS?
That one should also be correct. I knew those ones.
Okay. So you said correct there. All right. Here's the next one.
Correct.
Well, actually, I'm going to play you back something here. Here's Weirdo from earlier. Listen to this. Who played the character of Jack Dawson in the movie Titanic?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
All right. Which TV series features characters named Shelton, Penny, and Leonard?
Big Bang Theory.
Okay. Who directed the movie Jaws?
Oh, I don't remember.
Steven Spielberg. Oh, got that one wrong.
No.
Yes. All right.
No way.
That's all right, Anthony. So here's the deal. All right. So you got one wrong. You have to correctly guess from here on out. There's only 2 more questions left. All right. But if you get one wrong, you're done. And I'm going to give these tickets to caller number 10. Okay. So yes or BS. Here's a question I'm asking Weirdo. What is the name of the fictional island nation where King Kong is set, Weirdo?
Skull Island.
All right. She says Skull Island. Would you like to ask a follow-up question, or are you going to say yes or BS?
Could I ask what version of King Kong is your favorite?
The one with Jack Black.
All right. The one with Jack Black.
Okay.
All right. Yes.
I'll say correct.
You're going to say correct? Let's play back the video here. What is the fictional island nation where King Kong is set?
Oh, I don't know that one either.
Skull Island. All right, which actors?
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
no.
was so tough, but unfortunately, Anthony, you did not get it right. See, it's a tough game.
I've never seen any of the King.
All right, there you go. And that's how it is. And it's going to look better once I get this new computer. But I got good news. I mean, I know that it didn't look that great and it's a computer, but I have good news and an update. Scott said I will get a new computer by the end of February. So just get ready for that. New computer happening by the end of February, he said at the latest.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, that should be any moment now.
Any moment now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got plenty of time.
Right. And, you know, I mean, it definitely affects everything that we do here. So that's a bummer. About 2 minutes before we get into the introduction for Backcountry, which is awesome. And I want to jam that out. I hope not all my clips look like that too. It's shit. All right. I got no powers today either. You know, I was asking him to finish up the round one graphics for the March Sadness, and I was like, if you wake up early, finish those up and then come in for the podcast. But I didn't get either, so I doubt that he's awake from the steampunk convention that he was at.
Oh my gosh, I had so many friends go to that this weekend. It looked like a blast.
He was so stoked about it. This is like Nerd Disneyland, right? And he stayed out somewhere probably close to the casino, and he had like an outfit for every 5 minutes. And I'm like, didn't you get heat rash running around those things? They don't breathe.
No.
You probably reeked, but and he's a mile a minute going through all that stuff. So I'm sure he's exhausted for sure.
Yeah, several friends that work the con also attend the con, the Wild West Con. It's been going on for years now, like 15 years.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
I'll tell you what, though. I had Valdez and Kim on the podcast on Friday. And so Valdez starts cracking up because he's like, that's the whitest thing I've ever heard, right? And you could see, if you watch back this clip, which he made the clip, and I tried diffusing it, you can see the anger starting to boil in his eyes. He's getting so defensive over this shit. Meanwhile, Kim and Valdez are cracking up because they're both Latinos who are just like, yeah, this don't make sense to me, man. This is ridiculous. He's ramping up. I had to try to butter him up just to calm him down. And I feel like in hindsight that I did the wrong thing. I should have leaned into it and watched him just implode over the steampunk convention. No, it's really cool. Okay, said no cool people ever. I'm glad that you're having a good time there. And, it's fun for those who are all about it. But you could understand how an outside perspective could think it's silly.
Right.
I don't know. Rock on 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Now it's time for the single song takeover. We're going to go back in the playlist for a song that we don't ever get to play here during the drive time. But it's a song that used to be played on KFMA all the time. And Weirdo gave us a choice of two. And what were those two again?
Slipknot Psychosocial or Avenged Sevenfold Backcountry.
Yes, and luckily our listeners said, let's hear that Avenged Sevenfold, and I'm all about it.
Yeah.
So crank it up. Here's Backcountry on Rock on 2.1 KFMA, the single song takeover. I do kind of want to jam this, but...
Yeah. Such a good one.
I know. Okay, so earlier this morning we did F My Life, and it went like this.
Did you get caught self-loving by your mom?
Awkward. It is awkward.
Did you do something that got you fired from your job?
I just get stupider.
It's fun being stupid.
Don't hide this in vain. Let us laugh at your pain. Call 600-KFMA right away.
I promise we won't embarrass you.
Because Beef Vegan presents F My Life. F My Life. F My Life.
Yes, it's time for another edition of F My Life. These are unfortunate situations. Email to me at beefvegan@kfma.com. Subject on FML, but of course, if you have an F My Life you care to share on the air, you can give us a call right now, 600-KFMA, that's 600-5362, and Weirdo and I will weigh in on your F My Life situation. In fact, if we agree your life is effed, we may hook you up with something like a $20 gift certificate to Squared Up Pizza. You ready here, Weirdo?
Let's go.
All right, first email sent to me by Damien. He said, last night I was giving my wife a massage that led to some very intense and passionate lovemaking. And then she told me afterwards that was the best sex that we've had. Next thing I know, she's upset and yelling at me about how massages always lead to sex. She was asking for it, literally. All right, F My Life for Damien.
Yeah, that felt like a bait and switch.
It was a bait and switch. But you know what? Give her a massage. She'll get over it real quick. All right, we'll agree to disagree and move forward. Here's our next F My Life email sent to me by Erica. She said, I once farted myself awake in a car full of my boyfriend's family.
Oh, no.
F My Life?
F My Life.
Sounds like you've been there before, Weirdo.
I may have.
All right, there you go. Yeah, that's definitely an F My Life, Erica. Let's hope it was like a minivan. It's something a little spacious.
Hopefully the windows were down.
Yeah, I'm sure they cracked it afterwards. All right, here's our next email sent to me by Tracy. She said, today I hit a parked car. I was walking. To make the scene more embarrassing, the car alarm shocked me, and I backed up quickly into the parking meter, knocking me down once more.
Ma'am, do not walk in public drunk, please, anymore.
Maybe she was chewing gum.
Go home.
Yeah. All right. So F My Life, yay or nay?
F My Life. That sucks. I'm sure there's bruises.
Yeah. It sounds like you were drunk, Tracy. So it sounds like you were having a good time, to be honest with you. But F your life for sure. You're 0-2 when it comes to inanimate objects standing still. All right, 2 more left here. Dan sent me this email. He said, this happened last summer when my girlfriend really needed to take a pee while we were fishing in my boat. Rather than go to the shore, she decided that she could just go into a Snapple bottle.
Ugh.
I watched as Oliver went straight to the floor and onto my boat. I'm trying to say this carefully.
Right.
Soon realizing that she'd never even taken the bottle cap off.
Oh my God. Your girlfriend is not the brightest crayon in the box, so F your life for that.
I say big baby. She sounds like she could be smoking hot, Dan. And you guys are probably having a good time fishing, grabbing a couple cervezas. So that's big baby all day. That's pretty funny. And final up my life of the day sent to me by Aaron. He said, when I got married, my wife in her magnificent wedding dress had her period during the ceremony. How did I find out? The same way everyone else did.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Many doses and I'm starting to get an attraction.
This was a good song.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what did it. You know, that's what blew them up. I mean, in fact, actually, some would argue their entire career is based off this song. Rock on 2.1 KFMA. Yeah, I said that, weirdo.
Yes, you
I
did.
said that some would argue that their entire career of Avenged Sevenfold is based off of that one song right there. Remember when they first came out, they're like, oh my God, it's a new Guns N' Roses. They're the new Guns N' Roses. You remember people saying that?
No.
Oh, I heard that a bunch. You know, that was an analogy that I heard about Avenged Sevenfold over and over again. And Avenged Sevenfold's like, you're absolutely right. We are the new Guns N' Roses, and we're going to put together a new album and release it in 15 years.
Yeah.
Because we're the new Guns N' Roses. So, but Backcountry, excellent request for the single song takeover. I love it. All right, let's get into, I got something called a sushi terrorist. I didn't know this was a thing. But
Sushi terrorist.
yeah, this is kind of like a follow-up based off the report saying that we got dumber as a global IQ. We dropped 3 points for the first time in over a century. It goes decade by decade. A large part of that has to be social media. And a large way to get onto social media, and everyone wants to be infamous. I think, 50 million people consider themselves content creators in this day and age. That was a recent study as well. A lot of the content creators are just pranksters going out doing jackass stuff. Yeah.
Staged jackass stuff at that.
Sometimes staged. In this case, not staged at all. And Japanese police arrested 3 people Wednesday in connection to an unsanitary prank at a conveyor belt sushi restaurant. Have you ever been to one of these sushi restaurants? I don't think they have them here in Tucson.
No.
They're up in Phoenix. They're amazing, first off. Okay, so it's a conveyor belt. Think Mr. Rogers and the train that goes around Mr. Rogers' neighborhood, right?
Mm-hmm.
But with sushi. So these restaurants have a conveyor belt that's constantly moving, and on each, and then there's a bunch of plates with everything, appetizers and just different sushi rolls, and they're different colored plates. So essentially, it's an all-you-can-eat kind of deal. So you just grab the plates of the food that you want, and at the end of it, they just count up your plates, see what colors they are, and they add it up, and that's your total.
Okay.
It's super fun.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for them to open up one here. And if there is one here, feel free to give me a shout and let me know about it immediately. But here's the only bad side about the conveyor belt thing. It is kind of like food publicly going there. And a lot of times,
I was about to say, how many hands have touched it by the time you grab it?
Well, a lot of times there's like a little glass cover over it.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
But that didn't stop a 21-year-old Yoshino, dubbed the sushi terrorist by the Japanese public and media for putting his saliva and utensils, and sushi. Basically, he was licking soy sauce bottles and different trays and plates and things that would come by on a conveyor belt. Yeah, and then filming that. So he was essentially a sushi terrorist, especially in a day and an age like today. And in Japan, obviously close to ground zero from COVID, you know, they take germs super seriously.
Yes.
They've been wearing masks before it was fashionable. So this restaurant chain filed a complaint for damages with police on Tuesday and received an apology from Yoshino. Police also arrested 2 teenagers on suspicion of obstructing the restaurant's operation. So they're known for their conveyor belt styled restaurants.
Yes.
It's akin to a moving buffet. And this guy going around licking all the stuff actually led to a decrease in sales.
That's so, what is wrong with people?
Well, they got tons of clicks. And that's the problem with the sushi terrorists. It's easy to catch them because they're doing it and they're filming themselves and they're uploading it immediately saying, look what I did. So it could easily fall into the morning moron category.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the one thing that you have to be on the lookout when you go to these public places, like even buffets. Or I know there isn't a buffet that I haven't gone to that didn't immediately liquefy my guts like 5 minutes after. But it's kind of actually one of the reasons why I like going to the buffet, you know?
So you can feel shame.
It's like a cleanse. It's like, a natural enema.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But other way, there's your sushi terrorist story. We're going to keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast where we're going to play another game and show you a viral video of podcasters in a coffee shop. And the reason why I'm going to show this video is because what happened while they were filming their podcast almost killed them. It's crazy, and I'll show that to you at beefvegan.com, youtube.com/beefvegan. Damn it, it's Monday. So close to sounding halfway intelligible. Yeah, that was good.
Well, and the whole, I know that, I'm on social media and we're trying to, get our story out there and everything, but, we for sure don't do something so purposely stupid and illegal and then post. Well, first of all, we just don't do anything illegal, and we for sure would not post it.
Oh, that's why I'm glad that social media is out now and not when I was in high school, because I for sure would have done all that shit. I would have racked up felonies upon felonies upon felonies. I would have had tons of subscribers, for sure. But yes, I would have done dumb criminal shit, petty criminal shit, and got myself busted over and over again.
Oh yeah, we had that discussion in the car yesterday about if social media was out when we were kids, not emotionally ready for that at all.
Wow.
Not as a teenager, or probably even through my mid-20s.
Right. Yeah. All right. Well, let me share this real quick. I want to show this video, and then we'll share some comments that I got on the YouTube page because our David Draymond video is still, racking up hits. I think it's at 19,000 right now.
Nice.
Our subscriber on the YouTube page is up to 550, something like that, which is good. But then there's some of these obvious comments, and it's not even trolling. It's honest questions, but shit that I heard a million times before. So, to any new person, I guess they all ask the same standard questions, and I'll let you guys ask. Okay, what do you think the number one question a YouTuber coming across this page for the first time is going to ask about me? Or say, hey, did you know? Has anyone ever told you this? What is the anyone ever told you this line? Put it in the comments and let me know if you could predict it before I show you. I think it's pretty obvious. We'll see. All right, so here's the video. Two podcasters at Starbucks or something. They're at a cafe. What a great way to force a live studio audience, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, girl? Oh, yeah, no, I'm just doing my podcast right here. No big deal. Yeah, we're kind of we got a podcast. It's probably rare. You probably don't know anyone that has a podcast. We're one of few that on podcasts. Do we get paid? No. Do we have listeners? Yeah, we got 4. But it's a podcast. You should check it out. Subscribe. I'm making fun of them, but actually, I could probably say all those things and fall in line. Watch this, weirdo.
It got so quiet in here. How did I?
Yeah, where's your audio feedback and commentary? You just had a car almost kill you.
That was a really slow moving car, from a nightmare.
I know.
The car won't stop, but it's not
got
going
all the audio on there.
Yeah.
Fast.
Uh-oh. You're good for now?
Holy shit.
But you're about to get your ass kicked.
Oh my
if you
God.
would have noticed, the fat kid there is wearing a FUBU jersey.
Just happened.
And the guy who tried to take him out was a black guy. Look at that.
Wow.
One more time.
It got so quiet.
Because it comes out. Oh, look at that swerve. And ooh. These guys are super lucky, and they're getting tons of hits on their YouTube.
Well, and the guy in the black SUV looks like it was because he was avoiding getting T-boned.
Right. Yeah, he was close. He got hit, and it wasn't necessarily his fault. No, nobody said that I have that stank dick energy yet, Ken. That's a good comment. I don't think YouTubers have taken me there. Is he high? That did not happen. My name does make sense, Dre. Don't hate on the name. In fact, actually, let me break it down for you like this. Okay. Beef vegan. Okay, so obviously,
is that your real name?
Yes, my real name. That's a question that gets asked. But so beef is a play off my real name is Brad Furman. So if you sound out the beginning of my first last name, beef, that's what it is. Vegan is, obviously a contradiction to that, right? It's also beef is slang. When you got beef with someone, you got an issue with someone, right? But when you're beef vegan, you got no issues. Right. Means no worries. It's like a Hakuta Matata, motherfucker. So, this is my hippie name. I'm trying to redefine it as it means like no worries.
Right. And it's just an oxymoron. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. And, honestly, most of us and this entire fucking planet is a contradiction, a hypocrite. And it doesn't mean my beef is fake. It means that I have no real beef here. I'm free of beef. I'm free of problems. No worries. Can you not? I mean,
Hakuna Matata.
Does that kind of make sense?
I think it does.
I tried to explain it to Powers. He almost had an aneurysm. So, but he takes everything too low. All right. So this is what, here, got it right. This is the one, the comment. I wonder if you could see this. It's right.
Which clip of the David Draymond interview is it from?
The main clip.
The main one.
Yeah, talking about Sully. Someone did complain and said, "Why didn't you just upload the whole thing and timestamp it?" That sounds complicated. I don't know. I mean, I should. That's a really good idea, and maybe I will. But someone commented, "Has anyone ever told you you sound like a bootleg Steve-O?"
Oh.
How many times have I been called a bootleg Steve-O? I don't even know.
Is it the gravelly voice?
It is, but you know what? If you listen to Steve-O is way raspier than me. His polyps are far more developed than mine.
Yeah.
You could barely even understand him. You could barely understand me because I'm intelligible. Like I'm not saying proper words and mumbling like a moron, but it's not because of my voice.
Right. Which, by the way, Steve-O, 15 years of sobriety.
I know.
Holy crap. That's amazing.
I'll tell you a Steve-O story. First off, I interviewed him once and it was over the phone. And every time he said something, I was like, who said that? Was that me or you? Right. Mm-hmm. Because people say I sound like Steve-O.
Yeah.
But the Kirkland brand Steve-O, you son of a bitch. He's going for the
jugular.
Yeah, yes. That's Todd. But also, what was I gonna say? So when I was DJing at Last Call, it was a bar up in Glendale, Arizona. I put on the nights there, so I would DJ, and I also put on these DVDs because we had it was a sports bar, so we had a bunch of big screens everywhere, and a lot of DVDs that I would like to put up were like Jackass style stuff, like stunts caught on video, just stuff that you don't need the audio for, so you could visually have a laugh. And I was always looking for those DVDs, and I came across a Steve-O DVD. He put out a couple, but he put out one called PCP Saved My Life.
Oh.
Right? Yeah, and in it, he gets high on PCP and has a full-blown meltdown. And it is the most disturbing video that you're ever going to watch. I mean, that's when you knew Steve-O had a full-blown problem.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like teetering on problem. It was he hit rock bottom and you were afraid for his life. It was the most disturbing, hard to watch DVD that I've ever seen, ever. You know, it was a very uncomfortable home video, and that was one that just could not be played in the bar. I tried to play it once, and people were like, "What the hell's going on, man?"
Yeah,
it's
depressing.
It's super depressing.
But that's the video that he saw, and he's like, "I gotta stop."
Yeah, pretty much. Well, that was. I hope he saw it and decided he had to stop. Todd, were you around when I interviewed Steve-O that one time?
No, I would have remembered that one.
Yeah, because the bit was funny, because I told him that people said we sound alike, and then every question I asked, every time he talked, I'm like, is this me or you? I don't, I mean, I beat it into the ground, but Steve-O got a chuckle. At the time, he wasn't a very funny comedian. He's getting better, but at the time, he was pretty whack. What are some other cliche things you've heard people ask about me on anything?
Well, no. I'm offended that you thought I was insulting you. I was trying to lift you up from bootleg be vegan to Kirkland brand be vegan.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Trying to elevate you a little bit.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not
You know,
gonna
it's-
make you Gucci brand. Like you're not there yet. You gotta
Not gonna feed the ego too much, but at least give a compliment.
Hey,
you
that's
gotta
fair.
get that fancy slap back.
Yeah, and Steve-O's he's he's developed quite a career over the past 25 years, so he's got a little bit of a following. He was just here. I mean, it was a bummer that I didn't get to talk to him when he performed at the Rialto. We tried to make that happen, but I tried. Razor did not. All right. Here's some other comments here that it's an interesting thing I also brought up to Powers last week too. Is like these people, there's some people on YouTube that will comment on these videos like they're talking directly to David Draymond, which is odd because it's not David Draymond's channel first and foremost. And then Powers tried to defend it like, oh, they probably thought it was live. Like, there's no possible way you could think this is live. It's a 3-minute clip that's pre-recorded and labeled, and people know how YouTube works at this point. But yeah, I mean, I guess they don't, because some of these comments are like, "Hey, David, hi." I'm like, what? Okay.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love you.
One good comment though from the Godfather podcast says David handled the ass kissing in a very humble way. And like, yeah, actually, it was superb ass kissing. In fact, I would go to say that Weirdo and I are two of the best when it comes to kissing ass. We set up David Draymond beautifully on that.
Yeah. No, I thought it was. I mean, first of all, I'm newer to this realm of the industry and being able to interview and stuff, and it was just awesome because yes, we did plug in the fact that they are one of the top selling rock bands out there, and the fact that they've gotten to go to Tel Aviv. But it's more so wanting to know about like what was the dream of dreams when you were in that van going to just a couple hundred people at these shows, and he was really humble about it. Like, we would have loved to just sell out 4,000 seats.
Yeah.
And like, so I don't know if it was so much ass kissing. It was just like, let's get to know the man.
Yeah.
And reflect on his 25-year career a little bit.
Yeah. And the reason why I was kind of like tagging on was giving him his props, because I think a lot of bands, maybe I'm putting myself in his shoes. First off, band's goal is to kind of establish themselves, to be able to make it. Right. And Disturbed did that. And then
get regularly booked gigs.
Right. Well, and then so they were part of that explosion, and then there was a lull, trends changed and whatnot. And then of course they did Sound of Silence, and that put them back on top. But so after you make it as a band, you're like, okay, I made it. Can we continue to make money and sustain great? And now as an artist, what's my legacy? And will we be established as one of the greats to do this? And you kind of feel like they obviously had that goal and aspiration to continue to put themselves in an elite league.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about them in 30, 40 years.
Right. And I wanted to point that out because I know that, it's got to be their goals and a lot of these musicians' goals, because I'm friends with bands who've made it and it got a hit and got some money, but they still want to be relevant.
Yeah.
And that's what they're still working on trying to achieve. And then at the end of the day, when they're old and gray, will they be appreciated for the time they're in? And will they be appreciated for future generations? That's all you could ask for, right? As you start
because those goals change. Let's book out venues. Let's get a tour going. And then, okay, now we have all the success. What's the next goal? Well, it would be legacy.
Yeah.
Legacy, and what are we leaving behind? And especially David Draymond leaving the kind of social impact he has.
Yeah. Well, now he's, trying to fight the global anti-Semitic trend that's happening again. So we were plotting that. But yeah, so before we went into the Sully question, it was just acknowledging like, hey, you reach legacy status, and that's impressive, and congratulations, because that's something that is very difficult to do. Obviously.
And rock stars like to hear good job and a pat on the back every once in a while too.
I know. I mean, I took out the part of the clip where I was like, you got a massive dick, dude. I mean, just so girthy, largest ever, right? And then went into my question, because guys like hearing that too.
Disarming. You're just trying to disarm him, bring down the barriers, as it were.
Yes. Speaking of, you want a humble brag? I had a new pair of jeans, and my balls blew out a hole in my jeans in less than a month. This happens to all my jeans, but my balls put enough pressure on the denim in the crotch to thin
How
it
is
down
that-
and then blow it out.
That's not from the thighs rubbing together.
No, it's not from the thighs.
And how is that not
I
uncomfortable?
will have to
for
show you. It's Rocco and 2.1 KFMA. There's a difference between the thighs rubbing together when you have fat thighs and when you have oversized testicles and where it's pushing up against the jeans. So, like, I had my girlfriend sew them back together last night. I literally just bought these jeans less than like a month and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
And it's my crotch is just too much pressure going in this area. I blow out almost every single one of my jeans in the same area, weirdo. And it's not
I mean, there you
thighs.
go though. As soon as you blow it out, you have somebody that can sew a pocket in.
You can't sew a pocket down there though. You know, I mean,
you can. You definitely can. It just takes a little effort.
And it's gonna look a real awkward.
yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
You want
A little
comfort
pocket
or do
hanging
you
out.
want, holes in your pants?
No, it's weird. It's weird. I'm telling you, it's the way I sit and the pressure that I'm surprised I don't have constant stomach ache all day long, weirdo, because there's constantly pressure there trying to hold them back. But as I get older, it's just getting worse. I don't think I'll ever be able to wear jeans. I think I might have to like transition towards kilts like Jonathan Davis.
Oh,
Yeah, I might
There you
have
go.
to do that.
please don't.
I got to do something because I can't afford to like keep buying new jeans.
Yeah, but I love a man in a kilt. That is to me, that is something that is attractive and
Oh, if I wear a kilt, it's gonna ruin it for all other guys wearing kilts.
Hold on.
That-
Beef.
Did
If
you just
if
Yes.
you wear kilts, you're gonna sit there and drop things on the time and ask everybody on the other side of the desk to pick it up.
That's true. And I'll take the stairs every single time, unless the elevator's made of glass. But you know, yeah, look, don't act like my oversized groin is that much of a put off to where if I wore a kilt, it would ruin it for Jonathan Davis and everybody else.
it is for me.
Okay.
We're friends.
I know, and that's
Like,
fine.
no.
That's fine. I'm obviously large testicles is never my seduction plan, right? I'm not just throwing it out there as like we just matched on Tinder, and I was like, "Hey, girl, guess what?"
I ain't sending the D pic. I'm sending the left nut pic.
right. It's just- but
Oops! I ripped my pants.
this is a legit problem that I've had for too long, and it continues to be a constant pain in my groin. But more importantly, my jeans. And I'll show you the jeans. I'll show you 3-4 pairs of jeans if you want to see, and you'll see the area and you'll know that it's not the thighs and it's not my thighs rubbing together and exactly where it is. And I'll let you come up with your own conclusions.
At least you have pockets.
Yeah, I can't put them in my pockets either, though. That's
Yeah, but women have been asking for pockets in our jeans for decades.
that's like I care about what women want right now. I'm trying to find a pair of jeans that last, man. I can't afford these. Jeans are expensive.
Just adding more and more to that appeal list.
All right. Well, yeah, let's keep this conversation moving on. Podcast. I want Weirdo and Todd to face off in a quick round of the last word. Let's see who's quicker this morning. I know Todd is getting high as we speak. Will that be an advantage or disadvantage? Let's find out. YouTube.com/beefvegan. Clear. All right.
Who knows? I might have some anesthetic left over in my system. Oh God, that video we got from the Ring camera. I can't even walk. I thought I was
should pull
doing
that up.
so. Yeah, go for it. I thought I was doing really well. I was like, I got this. I'll be okay. I'll just take a nap. I can't. No. I'm like, I want to put on shorts. My boyfriend's like, no, just go up in your underpants. It's fine.
Right.
Like, no, I want shorts.
Did you do it on your poly family?
No, I did it on Theodora.
Okay.
Yeah.
On Instagram?
Facebook.
Oh shit.
Oh, is that? Facebook.
Okay, I'll do Facebook.
Okay.
I can do that.
And it's the dogs are all freaking and stuff, but like, I was clearly not with it.
That's okay.
All right,
I'm
Theodora,
delayed
which is not your real
5
name.
seconds.
It is not my real name.
B.O. Dora?
Yeah.
There it is. Harris?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck with all your aliases. So
Got a constantly ready.
I
to
still
move
don't
at
even
any
know
time.
Weirdo's. I know, but I still don't know Weirdo's government name. The name that she was born with. I still don't
Oh, let's
know
start
that.
a pool.
I know
Save It
4
Private
different
Ryan.
other names. Maybe. All right. Let's see. Let's go to this video real quick. This because Weirdo had her gallbladder surgery on Friday.
Mhm.
She's back here
I'm
in studio.
sitting with ice packs on my stomach right now.
Yeah, look how brutal this is. And I was just like, oh shit, there's no way she. Look at her.
Watch.
Bodie. Quiet.
I was trying to reach for the door handle that he already opened.
Oh no, really?
Yeah.
That's what you were doing?
Yeah, I was like, and he's like, let me just give you my hand, dear. Well, and he threw out his back that morning at the gym too, so he was hurting.
Right.
So we're both just laid up on Saturday.
It's so funny too because Weirdo said she felt like her memory was that she felt fine and she walked in just fine. And this is her definition of just fine. She's like literally leaning over.
Don't make me laugh at her.
Okay, well, that's and the fact that you came in knowing that if it lasts, it hurts. It's a good thing I'm not funny, or you would have been in like crazy amount of pain today. The fuck is my purpose here, right?
Right?
You should have been.
What were you? That's the purpose of calling in. Like, I'm sorry, laughing hurts. I can't come into the show when we make jokes for 4 hours.
Yeah, but she's like, no, it's just beef. I'm fine.
Yeah,
that's not cool. That's not cool at all.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I should be. You should have been in like massive pain, 9 out of 10 all morning long. Luckily it's a Monday. Hopefully you recover well because I'm bringing the fire on Wednesday.
Yeah,
I am definitely going to try to make those stitches split. So
yeah, no, I mean I'm fine. Like I got ice pack. Like it's just like it's not pain. It's just uncomfortable. Like it's weird. Yeah, I didn't get any narcotics, no muscle X. There's nothing. I've just been on Tylenol and ibuprofen, and it was a robot that did the surgery.
Oh,
robotic assisted
Robot
laparoscopy.
surgery?
Uh-huh.
Why are you burying the lead? That's amazing.
yeah.
Todd just got super nerd excited.
I did.
So did Chat GPT do it? Or?
Yeah.
Oh God, no, I hope not. Beef's on the other side. Do this, do that.
Yeah, no, you need real good insurance to get Chat GPT on there. It's whatever
That's
Bing,
true.
whatever Bing bought. Yeah.
No, but it was like 20 minutes. 20-minute surgery, in and out, boom, bang, done.
Wow.
No more gallstones. Yeah, in fact, I was reminding Beef that it wasn't too long ago that there was a morning where I was like, you got to give me a couple minutes. I was passing a gallstone while I was on air.
Yeah, and that's how hardcore she is. Because any one of my guy friends would have been crying like a little bitch. Yeah.
Oh, my husband keeled over when he was passing a gallstone and had his taken out, but his got infected.
Right.
But yeah, within a half an hour, he keeled over. He was done.
How many kids did you have again?
4.
Okay, well, yeah, after 4 kids, what's a gallstone? That's
right.
I mean, that's the amazing part. And yes, us guys, big old pussies. There's no way, not even in a million years, be able to handle that. All right, we got about 30 seconds. We're just gonna do last word live. That's how we're gonna wrap it up.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm terrified.
Right. You should be. Are you
Good.
kidding me? This chick is currently bleeding out of her rectum, and it's not even phasing her at all.
Not.
Are you sure? I wouldn't even know
I
because
mean,
you got a
could
game
check.
face.
I mean, I might be slightly leaking through my cuts. I don't know.
So hot.
You know, somebody out there on the internet is like, this is amazing.
Oh, beef tipping out. Beef tipping out. Run.
Rock on 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Hey, weirdo.
What's up?
I want to play a game.
Yay!
All right, we got Todd Marley on the broadcast with us. So I'm going to have Weirdo and Todd Marley face off in a round of the last word, okay? It's all for bragging rights in the Beef Vegan Presents competitive league. Let's get right into it. Weirdo, since you have many stitches in your body and you powered through today, I'm going to let you go first, okay?
Okay.
30 seconds on the clock. We'll begin when I finish asking this question. All right. This one's interesting. Name a place where you might fall asleep and embarrass yourself. And go.
Church.
Church, okay.
Movie theater.
Okay, yeah, I've done that.
A rock concert.
Oh, yeah. Getting old.
Your kids play.
Oh, yes, that sucks.
Grocery store.
Okay.
Driving down the freeway.
Okay.
Review meeting at work.
Oh, yeah. It's not good.
As you're talking to your doctor.
Talking to your doctor. Okay. Narcolepsy for the win. All right. So first round there for Todd. Todd, you get to start.
I'm glad that got accepted. I was a little worried.
Right. All right, Todd. Here's the second round. You get to start it off. 30 seconds on the clock will begin when I finish asking this. And name a reason you might not want to go to a family reunion. And go.
Don't like your parents.
Okay.
You may have previously slept with someone there.
Oh, Jesus. That's weird. Okay.
You got to work.
Yep.
You're fighting with your cousin.
All right.
You do not want to.
No, you need a reason.
That's why I wouldn't go.
Yeah, I know. Give me a different reason, though.
You don't like your sister.
Okay.
You have to work.
Oh, okay. All right. That's a 2-0 for Weirdo.
Oh, all right then.
There you go. You won. All right. So she got the bragging rights over you, Mr. Todd Marley. Thank you for playing the last word, though. That's unfortunately all the time we have for the show today. It was good. Nice little Monday. All week long, we're doing our March Sadness emo bracket. So tune in tomorrow morning at 7:30 to see which songs you're going to face off against each other. Then vote for your favorite, because if you vote and you vote for the winner, you're going to qualify the grand prize. That's a flyaway trip to Las Vegas, hotel and airfare included and tickets for the When We Were Young Festival. All right. Until then, enjoy the rest of your day. And Monday, Robin Nash is up next. Drive safe, ride safe, and rock local. Later.
I mean, it's really important we get a name for this. Like, pull it out Monday, because it definitely got pulled out of somewhere. Not a bad thing, but you did pull it out. So there's the new name. Pull it out Monday, because, at least it's still good, but it got to get